morning. This morning I woke up, made myself some coffee, and then I did a little reading. I'm trying to read more because one, it keeps me off my phone. Two, I actually like reading. I just always have the excuse that I'm too busy to read, but it helps like bring my mind down and take my mind off of like work. So I'm trying to read more. So this morning I woke up, I read, and then I had just a little breakfast because I'm about to go work out. I belong to a gym that's like specializes in a lot of different things. They do like jiu-jitsu, martial arts. I do not do any of that, but they do have a fit class and I do that. It's kind of like a boot camp style. It's called a kettlebell class, but honestly, I mean, we definitely do things with kettlebells, but it's not like just only lifting kettlebells. And then I do boxing there as well. I'm not like a great boxer. I kind of just do it for fun and cardio. So let's go do that. And then after I work out, I'm gonna do some rehab for my back because we are not shying away from any injuries this year. We're taking care of ourselves. Whenever it's cold and raining outside, does anyone else like immediately have to listen to folklore, or is that just me? Whew, that workout destroyed me. That workout was hard, and I should have known because I used to be a fitness coach at like a boutique studio when I was younger, and every time there's a holiday, New Year's Eve, Christmas, Halloween, it is like our bread and butter as a fitness coach because we can create a super hard workout and then name it something fun to go along with the holiday and just justify it that way. So we did a workout, and I'll pop it up on the screen here. It was called like New Year's Eve Bash. So it was 12 exercises and then 31 reps of each exercise. And it was tough. I would say the toughest thing is pull-ups because I just can't do a pull-up. And I used a band. I didn't do straight pull-ups, but by the end of the year, I would love to be able to do a pull-up with no assistance because I haven't been able to do a pull-up since I was like 18. So I would love to get back to that. I'm home now, and I'm gonna walk you guys through like what I do for rehab. Now, I have a back injury and I am a physical therapist. You have a back injury too. My back injury does not mean it's the same as your back injury. So take my rehab as you will. Honestly, if you're having issues with your back, the best thing to do is go to a physical therapist and they can give you guidance and tell you what to do. They can also tell you if you need to go anywhere else or see anyone else instead of a physical therapist. But I'm gonna walk you through kind of what I do. Not all injuries are the same, but this is what I do for my specific injury. So let's get to it.
So the first thing I do is just start with some knee rocks back and forth. This just helps loosen up my lower back. Now normally before I do all this I would warm up, but I just came from working out, so that's why I'm just jumping right into stretching. Then I go into some hip stretches. Guys, stretch your hips. Even if you're not injured, stretch your hips. It's super important for all types of movements to have good hip mobility. So I do some piriformis and then just kind of simple pulling one knee to my chest and relaxing. All these stretches I hold for about 30 seconds and do 3 of them. Then I move into a sciatic nerve glide here, and this helps with my back. Again, everyone's different, but this really helps with mine, just with some of the symptoms I have. Then after I do this, I flip over. Now my hip flexors are super tight, so I feel the stretch in my hips. If you're not as tight, you might need to get into a deeper stretch. Here I do a runner's lunge. Make sure you tuck your hips under, otherwise you're not stretching the right muscle. You should feel it in that back leg in the front of your hip. Again, I'm tucking my hips under and just leaning forward until I feel that stretch. And I hold all those for about 30 seconds. Here I'm just starting with some multifidus activation exercises. So that multifidus is super important in stabilizing your lower back. And then after that, I go into bird dogs. Now, I do not use my arms simply because I have a hard time keeping, as you can see, I've fixed my hip there. I have a hard time keeping my core stable. And if I add my arms, I'm breaking my form. And it's super important to do meaningful, intentional exercises, not ones that are going to break your form. Then I go into some core exercises. Now, I keep my knees bent for this because that's something I'm working through. I have a pretty weak core. Now, I'm speeding this up here, but the slower you go, the better for you. All these exercises should be pretty slow and controlled. Next, we're doing a exercise for my hip flexors. So train your hip flexors, guys. Just like you should stretch them, you should also train them. And I definitely have a harder time on my left, but it'll get easier. All right, we're going into some banded work now. So I start with just some side kicks. Now the lower the band is on your legs, the harder it's going to be. And after side kicks, I'll go into a back diagonal kick. And these burn my hips. Again, my left side is definitely harder than my right. And I try not to hold on so I can kind of incorporate some balance as well. And then you can see me. I'm feeling the burn in my hips. And if you do it right, everyone would feel the burn here. All right, then some simple side steps. Again, just making sure that we're doing this slow and controlled. And all this stuff, I do pretty high reps, close to like 30, 40 reps, because these are all postural muscles here. So that's what I'm trying to target. Then I go into what's called a Pavlov press. So this is for your core. And I load that weight, and you're just pressing forward, trying not to move your body, engage your core, and you shouldn't feel it in your back. If you're feeling it in your back, the weight's probably too heavy or you're doing something wrong. So I always tell people, try to start with a low weight and then move up. And then I just end it with some plank exercises here. So making sure that everything is in a nice, long, straight line. And again, you should feel it in your core, not your back. And then this is me just playing around, trying to do some handstands. I do want to get back to doing a handstand eventually. We'll get there. Just finished my rehab. I did like a little shorter version today, but also I just worked out for like an hour. Better to do something rather than nothing, but I'm super hungry, so I'm gonna go home, probably make myself like a protein shake. I don't know what I'll make for dinner. We'll see. I'm thinking like some buffalo chicken dip, but on peppers. I think that would be really good, so I will see you when I get back. Hey guys, we're gonna go over kind of what I ate today. Now, I will be tracking my food, and I'll get into that in a later video, but I got home and I made myself a protein shake with these Fairlife protein shakes and then some mango chunks. And pretty much I just added those two ingredients, and then I blended it up. And I did split the shake, so I didn't drink the whole thing. And then for breakfast, this was kind of my lunch slash breakfast. So then for breakfast, we ordered some bagels, and I got a smoked salmon bagel. And typically we don't like to order food, but we needed to go grocery shopping. So this was breakfast slash lunch, and I had the protein shake with that. And that's my little helper there. She's so cute. And then for a snack, I had this little chicken taco from Costco with cottage cheese. Yes, I'm in my cottage cheese era. And then for dinner, we did homemade buffalo chicken dip. So I shredded up some chicken here. And then I combined the chicken with cream cheese. I can't do without cream cheese, but I do get the 1/3 less fat cream cheese to make it a little healthier. And then some hot sauce and some ranch. Gotta be Hidden Valley Ranch, otherwise it's not the same. And then added that all together, mixed it up, and then I basically throw it in the oven for like 20 minutes just to warm it up. And instead of chips, as you can see, my little helpers, they get some plain chicken just for helping me out. Not buffalo chicken, guys. Don't worry, I'm not giving my dogs buffalo chicken. They're so cute. But yeah, instead of using chips to make it a little healthier, I paired it with just some peppers. So peppers as my little dipper. It was really good morning. It's New Year's Eve. Happy Sunday. I just woke up and bundled up, and I'm gonna go on a run. Every Sunday I'm trying to run more because I want to start introducing running back into my routine, but do it in a way that I don't get hurt again. So I start super slow, I do intervals, and I run for 1 minute and walk for
90 seconds, and then I do that for about like 30-40 minutes. Hopefully I can stick with it through the winter, but it is cold and I am not loving it, but we're out here and we're gonna get it done today. Let's go. Whew. Just finished. I did like 30 minutes. One, because my body is kind of sore from yesterday, so instead of pushing it, I just did 30 minutes. But that will be the video for today. That's kind of my weekend of some food. I'm not going to record the rest of the day because it's New Year's Eve. We're going out. We got dinner reservations and I want to enjoy the night. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe. And if there's anything that you guys want to see or hear me talk about or whatever, just let me know in the comments and I would be happy to address those. But thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye!